On Friday's Breakfast with Eamon and Isabel, the GB News hosts discussed the latest sports headlines with viewers. One of the main topics of conversation was Emma Raducanu's exit from the Australian Open. The tennis player blamed blisters for her early exit from the tournament, which Eamon Holmes and Isabel Webster were keen to weigh in on. The 19-year-old was forced out of the competition after she was defeated by Raducanu in 2 hours and 38 minutes. The tennis pro explained afterwards that she had suffered from blisters on her hand, and she even considered withdrawing from the tournament. Discussing the latest sports news on Friday's show, Webster couldn't hide her disappointment regarding Raducanu's performance. "We're going to bring you some backpage news right now," Holmes began. "The Australian Open tennis didn't go the way you wanted it." "No," Webster instantly replied. "I cleared my diary, I sat down and she let me down." Emma Raducanu claiming blisters as the reason. After her co-star pointed out her initial excitement about the tournament, Webster replied, "What annoys me, is she came out and said her team said that she'd been advised her not to play because of the blister situation. It's like, follow the advice of your team, then don't put us through all of that." "I don't know. The thing is, the blister thing," sports broadcaster Paul Coit said, "is due to the fact she hadn't played tennis, so she has been off. But it amazes me really. I just thought, maybe I am completely off base here, but you'd think the team would be thinking, keep the hands hard. You know, if you're feeling unwell, at least grip a tennis racket. I don't think I've ever seen a tennis player that's ended up with blisters on their hand and they stop playing. Had she got bandages on or anything to protect herself?" Holmes went on to ask. "They did put something on there," Coit replied. "But you know what it's like. So she's pretty much having to spin the ball and keep loose hands, soft hands. It just didn't work out and she couldn't play with the blisters." Webster kept up her criticism of the Sports Personality of the Year winner as she went on to question whether the nation should write her off. "No, we don't," Coit replied in shock as Webster continued, "I don't want to. It's so British, isn't it, but we get a little taste of success and we've got a really great tennis star and then they tantalize us for all eternity. Like Andy Murray," she added before Coit reassured, "we are going to be fine." Breakfast with Eamon and Isabel airs weekdays on GB News from 6 a.m.